What's good, YouTube? You're back with the Prez. We're back in the gym today, and we're on the new training routine. Remember, like I've mentioned in the last couple of videos, I've been doing more of a traditional bodybuilding style routine now, where I'm training individual muscle groups on a given day. So today is day 3 in the program, and it's a shoulder day. Day 1 is chest, day 2 is legs, day 3 is shoulders. So here I'm warming up with barbell military presses, and the first set I had 95 pounds on the bar, went for 10 reps. Straight from there, I dropped right to the floor to get some handstand work in, because this workout that I'm doing today is going to be focused on building back my shoulder strength. After this injury on my elbow and my shoulder, I've been kind of weak in these pressing movements, so this workout is really focused on getting stronger in these pressing and handstand movements. So now we're getting into the working sets. I put the heaviest weight that I've been doing so far. I have 125 pounds on the bar. So as of lately, this is a PR for me. The last couple times I've been going to lift 125 pounds, the second I would go to lift it, I would get extreme elbow pain. It was just this, I would be able to hit 120 pounds, no problem. The second I went to feel that 125 pounds, the elbow pressure would instantly hit and I would feel the pain immediately. So I would just put the weight down, and I haven't been able to get past that 120 pound mark. Now today I was able to throw 125 pounds on the bar, and for set 1 I caught 2 reps. Set 2 I caught 2 reps, and then you're going to see right now we're going into set 3. And in between each of these sets, I'm taking 2 to 3 minute break, letting my central nervous system, my ATP, and my phosphocreatine stores recover. Because remember, we're working in that 1 to 5 rep range. Working in that 1 to 5 rep range now is going to build strength. And this is set 3, 125 on the bar, and I managed to bang out 4 reps. This is my last working set, and just because my central nervous system was getting more and more used to the weight, the 125 pounds, which is weight that I've lifted before, by set 3 I was able to lift it 4 times. Now after the 3 working sets at 125, you're going to see here I start dropping down for some back off sets to add more volume in. So here I backed off to 115 pounds. So that's a 25 and a 10 on each side, and I go for 6 smooth reps. Now I'm doing these back off sets again to accumulate volume, because the strength training sets, when I was doing the 2 reps, I only did 3 sets, 2 reps, and 4 reps. It's only 8 reps total. So now I want to build that volume in the pressing motion itself. So here's the final drop set. This is set 5 of the working sets. I'm back to 95 pounds. Now watch what I do here, guys. Here I'm really focusing on the pause, because it was in this bent arm position where I really felt the pain. So watch, each rep I decide to go lower and lower in the hold. So 3 to 5 second hold in the bent arm position. So now look, 3rd rep, I'm bringing it under my chin, holding there 5 seconds, pressing back up. Watch this next rep, I'm going to go even lower now. I'm trying to get deeper and deeper range of motion and letting my elbow build up the stability and not feeling that pain anymore, and get comfortable in this motion again, because that's where I was really getting weak. So that was the last back off set, and that was more of a rehab set. And straight from the military presses, of course I had to go hit some handstand work. I told you this exercise is focused on building back my shoulder strength, and what I lost is my handstand pressing ability. I've been able to balance, but the press up motion hasn't been there. So I've been really trying to focus on the negatives, build back the strength, get comfortable in that range of motion as deep as I can get. So set 1, I caught a 3 to 5 second negative, wasn't too happy with that. Rested 2 minutes, went back up for set 2, and as you can see here, I'm not even able to really get the kick up here. So I said, alright, let me see how many times I can try. This is what I do, guys. If I can't get a rep, I'm not going to fail and give up. I'm going to keep trying until I get a decent rep. And look, I wasn't happy with that one there, so I rest again here, try to go back up. In about 2-3 seconds, I'm going to go back up right now, and you're going to see, this is still set 2 right now, still trying to get a decent rep, and by this point I knew, alright, I'm fried, let me rest. So I rested 3 minutes now, and this is the 3rd set and the 3rd attempt at these handstand negatives. You can see the first time I went up on set 3, didn't make it. But then I caught a good kick up, got really solid, got a really nice locked out position, and I was squeezing the bar. Tip for you guys, squeezing the bar. Anytime you feel like you're not going to get a rep out, squeeze the bar tighter. It'll generate a little more force. So that's what I really focused on there, and I was able to get a nice 10-second negative there. Alright, straight from those handstand negatives, we're going into some dumbbell work. Remember, I had an elbow injury, and elbow is the joint that's surrounded by the shoulder joint and the wrist joint. So here I'm going to be working unilateral movements, standing overhead dumbbell presses. This is going to force my shoulder joint and my wrist joint to stabilize, and if they're stabilized, my elbow joint will be more secure. And again, my elbow joint has been feeling a little better lately, so now I'm feeling more comfortable in these single arm, more stability type exercises. And again, when you're doing these standing overhead dumbbell presses, not only are they going to work the stabilization of the shoulder joint, they're also going to force you to engage a lot more core, because you're going to have to counteract the weight from your body wanting to tilt the other way from the weight being lifted over your head. So these single arm standing overhead dumbbell presses are great for stability in the shoulder joint, the wrist joint, and also really going to build core stability. And I did 3 sets of 8 reps for those standing overhead dumbbell presses. And right after the overhead dumbbell presses, we went into some cable work. Now I want to stress to you guys why cable work is so important. You guys see me do dumbbell side lateral raises all the time. Now the difference that you're going to get with cables is you're going to get constant tension. Cables are going to provide tension on the way up, and they're also going to provide tension on the eccentric portion. So you're going to notice this is set 1. You're going to see me doing left side lateral raises first. Here I'm focusing on just banging out the reps, getting the pump, keeping the constant tension on the muscle. I'm controlling the rep down and really pumping up. So the benefit again of the cables is you're going to get that eccentric component, as opposed to if you had 2 dumbbells on your hand, the weights are just going to drop down. Now the cables, again, you can stop a cable midway down and really work that eccentric as slow as you can actually possibly go. That's why I really like cables. And again, cables are going to allow your body to work in its natural range of motion as well, just like dumbbells. So now you're going to see set 2. Set 2 on these, I'm really going to focus on the eccentric for you guys. So you're going to see, I'm going to contract up and I'm going to get a 2-3 second negative down. The benefit of working these negatives with a cable is they're going to allow you to really get a good mind-muscle connection. That's a benefit of working negative reps. If you guys can't do pull-ups or push-ups yet, negative reps are going to teach your body to feel the muscle, engage the range of motion that you have to be in. Same thing with doing movements like this. Even though it's a simple single joint movement, side lateral raises, just working my side delt, me being able to control it down. Look, I could barely get that rep up, but now I'm just going to go up as far as I can, and now I'm going to control the tension down. That constant tension down is going to constantly build more stress on the muscle. So we did 3 sets of those side lateral raises, and then straight from there, I went into some more machine work. Here I'm going overhead presses again, just to get more volume work in. The reason why I'm really stressing the volume in these overhead presses is because I have an injury. And anybody that's dealing with an injury and is trying to rehab it, the best thing you can do is work through the range of motion with a comfortable weight. So here I have on a relatively light weight, and I'm going really slow and controlled reps. 10 to 12 reps, really focusing on the eccentric, getting to that full range of motion down 90 degrees, pausing for a second and pressing up through the shoulder blades. So anybody that's working around an injury or trying to rehab up, work through the range of motion for high reps at a light weight to build back up and get your body used to being back in that range. Alright guys, and you guys have heard me stress this before about doing a lot of pressing motions. It's going to put your body in that rounded state, that forward shoulder state, that more of that protracted position. Very important, guys, to work on external rotation of the shoulder joint. You guys see it when I do face pulls, when I do rear delt flies. You guys see it in my warm-ups with the band rotations. Here, listen, these are called prone rotations, and I'm doing this with a weighted stick right now. This stick weighs 5 pounds. The reason why I'm doing it weighted is now it's going to build a little more strength in the whole shoulder girdle now in itself. I can do them with bands now pretty easily. So now I'm going to a straight bar. With a band, remember now, with a band, if you can't get around, you can pull the band farther apart. With a stick or a bar like this, your hands are in one set motion. If you can't get through that range, you can't get through that range. There's no pulling it apart. So I did 8 reps of those prone rotations, and straight from there, I went right into TRX reverse flies. Again, this is another excellent workout for the whole posterior chain. But here it's really going to also target the rear delts. And this is really excellent movement for your shoulders. And again, it's going to target a lot of core because you have to stabilize your body. You want your hips to be straight in a line, glutes tight. You don't want your hips to be bent. You don't want no break in the form here. So in here you want to initiate the pull from the delt, fly out, and then as you come down again, so you're going to fly out, and as you let your body drop back down, you want to control it, feel the eccentric part in the delt also. So guys, we did 2 sets of those TRX flies, supersetted with the prone prone stick rotations, and then we came on to some kettlebell work. One, because when I was in physical therapy, my physical therapist, the manual man, told me I got weak lower traps, so I've been trying to do a little more trap focused work on my shoulder days, as well as when I'm doing back work, I'll add in some trap work as well, because remember, traps are on the posterior chain, so if you're hitting a back workout, you can add in some posterior chain work. So I just did 2 sets of that, and in between each of those, I was supersetting the shrugs with single arm scap pulls. Listen, this is almost an opposite movement. So here I'm going left. All I'm doing is a straight arm movement, retracting the scapula, holding in that retracted position, and then coming down, shrugging. 3 reps each arm. So I did 2 sets of shrugs, which I supersetted with these single arm scapular retraction raises. 3 reps in each arm. So here you're going to see on the second set right here, I'm going to show you a different angle of these scapular retractions. So remember guys, this is a straight arm movement. You initiate in a dead hang, and all you do is initiate from the scapula, pull down and back on the bar, and again, 3 reps on the left, then right to the right arm. And guys, this is an excellent movement for those who are trying to work on a 1-arm pull-up, and in general, this is going to increase your pulling strength. Getting a strong scapula is a very underrated muscle for the back and for pulling in general. So yo, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful and informative for you guys. You got any questions, let me know in the comment section. Stay tuned for day 4, back day.